shit. Coming at you.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
What episode are we on?
46.
All right, well, bring us in. Welcome to the Infant Weekend Podcast. What episode? 46?
Episode 46. Yeah, welcome.
I'm Zach.
Josh.
That's Josh. What's been going on this week?
Not shit, really. It's been really...
With your floppy mic over there?
It's just all crashing, dude.
Well, every time we make any
I'm
little
telling
change,
you, any little change,
and this is kind of a big change. We're trying to go more mobile, and so we got like a whole new setup. Which last time we tried a whole new setup, it was a fucking disaster.
we had to send it back.
This at least works.
So far, so good. This is a Zoom H8 handy recorder.
I love a good handy.
I love a good handy, and this is an H8 handy, which I've never had. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man. I do like the simplicity of it. So, Zoom is we're not endorsed by Zoom. We don't even know if this is pronounced as Zoom because the Z's backwards, which it's.
That's so you know it's good. It's
a reliable
Toom.
company.
It's Toom.
Toom.
Is the Z backwards? No, the Z's right.
Why does it look so weird? It almost looks like it's
I don't know.
backwards.
No, that's
you know what I
right.
mean? Okay. Anyway, sorry
Also,
for the. If you're a first-time listener, this is a little bumpy for this episode, just because we do have new equipment. We're trying to become a little more mobile.
It sounds fine, I suppose. And
I like it.
Now I've got better with editing. I can edit a lot of shit later. So, but normally we have like I've got it connected to like a tablet, so I can kind of see everything.
Yeah.
This is just like it's got like a little screen, so I can see the levels and stuff. But I actually have no idea. It does have the time here, so we can.
It was used
watch this.
That was used on a set of Ghostbusters.
But now we don't have like an hour and a half arbitrary limit on the app that we use, which I kind of got used to.
We're going to stick to it.
So we're going to stick to the hour and a half
or
just under. I kind of like that. So I kind of like having that time limit. That way we don't get on these fucking tangents and just go on forever. But with this, we have no limit.
Totally agree.
But so I can see our time there. I got our levels. We apparently can do a bunch of sound effects and a bunch of other bullshit. We're not going to get goofy with that right just yet, but it's all recording, and so I'll have to actually edit this all later, but I'm fine with it. Once I can figure out get the interface working better with my tablet,
I like
then we'll be good to go.
Travel with
which
it.
I'm probably going to, in all honesty. So, big news in the world of me. Okay, I have converted.
You transitioned.
I've undergone transition. I've started my therapy into the world of the iPhone. I finally ditched the Android.
Yeah.
Okay, and I went over to the iPhone. It was kind of inevitable because two things really. I got the AirPods. Mm-hmm. I got the third gen AirPods, the latest one, not the Pros, because I don't like the little squishy things that stick in your ear. That was my main problem with earbuds, is I would put them in for prolonged periods of time, especially working out or walking or whatever. And for some reason or other, those things just irritate my ear. And I would just get kind of like a little rash inside my ear, I guess.
They're a bit robust.
Yeah, they would just irritate me. And so I need the ones that are just hard plastic that just sit in the ear, not the foam stuff that because I guess sweat gets in there or whatever and it rubs my ear. I don't know. My ears don't like it.
You have sensitive ears.
I have little baby bitch ears. So, so I got the AirPods, and the third gens do not sync up automatically to an Android. Like I have to go into Bluetooth, pair them, sync them at one time, but I have to hit pair every time. And I'm like, oh, that's annoying. So I ended up finding AirPod second generation, the longer ones, and they would pair up perfectly. But I don't get all the features that you would get on the third gen, right? With the spatial sound where it feels like you're like in there, whoever's talking is like in the room and all those cool features.
I don't know which ones I have. I've had two pairs.
Well, I've got two now as well.
But mine don't work on phone calls anymore. Apple couldn't figure it out.
Well, maybe you can have my Gen 2s because I'm not going to have any use for them now.
I don't know what it is, but I tried. They worked for like 6 weeks, and then they stopped. I can hear you clearly. You can't hear me. Okay. So I went to Apple, and they're like, "We have no idea." So I got a new pair, and it worked for like 2 weeks, and they did the same thing. And 3 different phones. They don't know what it is.
The fuck?
That's
concerning.
It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm the only person I know. My dad's had the same pair for over a year. All my friends have had them. They all work fine. I'm the only person I know.
Is it something like whenever you import your phone over? Well, I mean, I guess Apple would know.
I have no idea.
Some sort of
I'll
setting?
show you later. I don't understand it.
That's really dumb. Well, anyway.
But I can hear crystal clear, and I love my AirPods. I still wear them, I can't take phone calls.
Interesting. I'm not big on phone call and the AirPod thing.
It's
anyway.
awesome.
I mean, I would, but I'm not going to like pull my earbuds out just to have a conversation with somebody. I'll just answer the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if they're already in, I can see, That's
yeah, absolutely.
but if like most of the time when they're in, though, I'm doing something like
Mine's stay in my ears.
Working out or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk on the phone.
I use them when I wash my truck, so I can take a phone call as I'm doing stuff.
So yeah, so I've converted to the iPhone, of course, and everybody, was all
you.
like, "Oh, it's blue," and I'm like, "Oh, yay!" That's not why I did it, but why I did it was for the AirPods, right? No, I really could give two shits about the color of your text, which I've said this before, but I didn't know that it was changing your text.
Screen on our end.
I thought when you were texting me as an Android user, you're just texting, and I would come in as green, and they're like. So who gives a shit if mine's green? You just know that whenever it's green, it's me. But what it was doing, it was changing your text.
Is it?
Yes. And see, that's what I'm saying. So I can see where that's kind of annoying. When you're texting someone on iPhone through iMessage back and forth, they're black, they're dark or whatever. They don't have like a color. And you're blue.
It does.
Right? But then whenever an Android user pops in, your text turned green.
I mean, is that really
now I could see where that'd be a little bit annoying.
It's not.
But otherwise, I was like,
who gives a shit?
Get over it. Who gives a fuck?
It's fine.
So that wasn't really a real reason to switch to the iPhone.
Okay, well, cool. Well,
the real reason was, again, the AirPods, because those were the only really earbuds that I liked that fit my ear really well, and they stayed in, and they sounded good, and blah, blah, blah. And they just did not work as well with Android, obviously, so... I went with, and someone did tell me I could get like Beats that were very much the same like way, but I was like, I don't know. I like the consistency of the AirPod.
Do you remember when Beats first came out? How they were the tits.
Everybody still uses them though. I see them all over the gym.
I'm talking about like when they had the first over the ear like.
Oh yeah.
I had green ones.
I never got into the Beats
auxiliary plugins. Like they were cool, and then I broke them.
Well, see, I guess maybe me being not a big music person.
Right. Homeschooled kids usually don't like music.
Because they're smarter. And I don't think, I've just listened to, I need to have it over my ear because I also grew up in the boonies, so who the fuck was around to like bother.
Right.
Or I can just listen where the hell I wanted to. And then I was just always partial to ear headphones anyway, not like over the ear, but in the ear.
Right.
So it seemed like to me, and I still don't quite understand it, is the earbuds are so sophisticated now. I don't understand why you would wear over the ear.
Just for podcasts and shooting.
That's what I'm saying because of the sound suppression. Correct. I get that portion, but if you're like at the gym and you're listening to music, like I don't understand why people are wearing Beats.
Some people still wear them.
I don't get it.
There's a couple people I see.
I mean, someone needs to explain that to me. Because I mean, it's just you're wearing this whole thing while you're working out when you just stick some earbuds in.
Well, I had some for a while until I had AirPods, and because it was I just already had them, so I didn't want to buy AirPods.
I feel like it's a status thing too. I feel like it's like a whole look. Like the ones that I see wearing the Beats, are like they're like they're wannabe fitness influencers.
They could be,
and I feel like it's a whole like look that they're trying to pull to do where they've got the yoga pants and the little crop top and the Beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're like pink and rose gold, and they're doing
flashy.
it for show, right?
Yeah, they're flashy.
It's not practical. The ones that the girls that I will see and guys that are in the gym, they're you can tell just by their look what they're wearing, how they walk around, how they're not constantly looking themselves in the mirror. They're there to work out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I appreciate those. But anyway, so that was number one was the AirPods. Number two was, and this has just been I finally had enough of it, was anytime someone sends me, text me a video or anything like that, it compresses it to fucking oblivion, and it just looks like ass.
Looks like it was filmed with a potato.
It does. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
So I finally got tired of that, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the switch. It's not that big of a deal. I haven't had to pay for my phone for a while because I paid mine off a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I was kind of due for an upgrade. I was actually looking to, because I had some scratches and some scrapes on my other phone that I was looking to upgrade anyway.
Yeah.
And actually, so I got the 14 Pro Max. I know the 15's about to come out. Whatever. I did it because I wanted to.
I've got a 17 on order.
Yeah, right. But be here in 6 months. But the Samsung phones are actually so much more expensive. Like, this is the current top of the line iPhone.
They've come down a lot.
Right? I'd probably get the top of the line Samsung. I'd easily pay another $800 more.
Do you think it's funny when people bitch about gas prices and stuff or eggs, but they have like a $1,500 cell phone?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always been true.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
You know
it just
what I mean?
cracks me up when I'll hear people say that. They're like, or the price of gas is, and I'm like, dude, your phone bill costs more than both. Like, I don't know why. It's amazing to me what people justify. They're like, these fucking prices are absurd. We got a $200 phone bill.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like, but the thing is, like, the phone bills have not changed. They've always been like that.
Oh, no, I'm just,
you know what I mean? I think it's the sticker shock of the change in the.
But people don't have to have the latest and greatest phones to do what they got to do.
No, now, I granted, if you were bitching about eggs and gas, and then you went out and you bought a brand new
the newest
phone,
of the best.
Okay, your argument is maybe, you're bitching about eggs
valid.
and gas is a little diminished.
Correct.
Right? But I don't know. Actually, I would say it to the point to where it's like annoying. I don't know, like putting you in the poorhouse or whatever, and then you go and buy. Like, I get you what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is if you're like, I can barely feed my family, and then you go buy an iPhone. Okay, that's where you lose me.
Yeah,
okay?
I just don't.
But I literally would complain about, I don't, on a daily basis. It is what it is. I like eggs. I'm going to buy the fucking eggs. I don't care what they cost. Right? But are they higher than they should be? Yes. Did I also go buy an iPhone? Yes.
Yeah, but we don't. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, speaking when I gave you shit about being homeschooled, I know we usually refer back to like TV and television. Have you watched that Duggars documentary on Prime on Amazon?
Mm-mm.
Bro, it's wild. So you know 19 Kids and Counting. Like, everybody knows the Duggars, right? Their son Josh. Like,
I've heard about them in this story.
Dude,
They've been around for a while. I never got into it.
So I'm not super. Everybody was kind of into the show for a little while just because it was just crazy to think that someone popped up that many kids. But like, there's if you get a chance, the documentary is called Shiny Happy People.
I've heard about that.
It is fucking crazy. I was sucked in. It's like 4 or 5 episodes. It goes into like that cult they're a part of.
Mm. I've heard about that.
Dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yes,
it's basically like it feels like a branch off Scientology, but like a homeschool vibe. It's weird, dude. It's
right.
You need to watch it.
Like where Scientology is like a upper crust where they have like these really nice compounds. They have like backyard compounds.
Oh, there's money in it. Like, you need to watch it. I won't go into every episode, but it's wild. They go into the whole thing with Josh, the oldest, with the child porn, and molesting his sisters and shit. It's all messed up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know that enough about the Duggars, but whenever I don't know if you had a weird thing going on like that. I don't know why would you invite cameras into that?
Well, they invited him before that started.
No, I get that. That's why I know that. But what I'm saying is,
Oh, they knew the whole time.
No. What I'm saying is, like, the producers come to you with a show idea, being like, and basically the pitch is, you're weird. We want to film it so people can look at you like zoo animals.
Yeah,
that's the pitch.
They talked early on because what it was is they were just So the producers early on didn't know all the dark corner cult shit.
I know that, but they know they have like a fucking football team of children.
Oh yeah,
that's the point of the show is to point and look at them, being like, you guys are weird.
Well, it was weird, but then
as a family of that, I don't know why you would want that on you.
Well,
you know what I mean?
They bring it up to why,
I'm
and the
sure
reason
that probably money has to do something to do with it.
well, the reason the dad wanted to, and I guess the church group they're a part of was like be like an advocate for our church group to show how your life run, how you run your household based off those values that we've inducted into you by being a part of that organization. That's what they were using it for at first, because the show at first wasn't a full-on show. They did like some little things first, and then it turned into, but they used the show as a platform for ministry to show at the world how they run their house, all that. They mentioned it in episode 1.
So they already had some sort of public outreach that wasn't associated with any major network.
Not yet.
And then a major network or producer or whatever picked it up and said, if we can make a show out of this. So they were like doing local broadcasting or whatever. Or something.
Yeah, and then like it exploded. Mm-hmm. Because people, even like us, when I first started watching it, people were like, this is nuts. Like this lady's they didn't have 19 at first. Obviously it grew as the show went on, but like everybody seemed so calm and the houses ran so organized and all the kids, the mom is smiling and talking. This whole thing. And the whole time it's all jacked up. They go into, you need to watch it, man. It's crazy.
I don't watch reality TV.
It's not reality. It's a documentary about
that. That's fine.
Yeah, I need you to watch it.
If it was about them, that's fine. Documentaries I'll watch all day.
That's what it is. It's a documentary. It's not the show.
That's the reason I don't know that much about the Duggars, except whatever I see in articles.
Side hooks.
Across stuff. Yeah. It's just because I just don't. Something about the reality shows. I don't know. I don't want to watch people doing. I don't know. I don't like reality shows.
I like some reality shows because I just can't help it. Like
I'd rather participate.
Yeah, I don't want to participate in that.
No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's too, I don't know, real.
I get it.
I don't know.
There's no sword fighting.
I did that back in the day. I watched a handful of them. I think I probably watched like
Raiders.
Maybe like 1 or 2 seasons of like all the major ones way back when, like at Jersey Shore, and I think I watched 1 season each of Bachelor and Bachelorette, but there's just so fucking many that it just feels like it's this. At some point, it gets down to they're all the same. It's just people arguing. It's just a bunch of fighting. Is all it is. You know what I mean?
I watched that.
It gets old. How many times can you see some housewife wanting to fight another housewife?
I don't watch the housewife ones. I did watch
Love. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's all it is. It's a bunch of hair pulling and name calling, and I'm just not into it.
Love is Blind was my favorite reality series I heard recently. I talked about it on the show.
Oh yeah,
Netflix.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, see, I'm not into those either.
Married at First Sight years ago was awesome.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Dude, it's the best. Season 1 was my favorite.
I just don't keep. I get okay, concept, interesting concept. I watch it because that one was more like almost like a scientific experiment.
Right.
So that piqued my interest a little bit. It's like, okay, let's see how this would work. Right. So I got 1 season out of it. They had the 3 couples that they followed, and they all kind of ended up differently. Like one of them completely fell apart. One of them was they were like little lovebirds immediately. And then the other one was it took a while, but they finally
they're still together.
And they're still together. So I kind of saw that not too long ago. But anyway,
that's Doug and what's her name? I forget.
Yeah, whatever. And she was not about him at all.
Because he was gross.
Because he was weird. And I don't know.
Well, she just came off The Bachelor.
Yeah, right. So So I watched that, and then that was it. I didn't need to see it again. You know what I mean? I concept, itch scratched, if that makes sense. And now I'm done. So I think that's how I treat reality shows. Is I don't keep going back to them. If it's an interesting new kind of concept, I'll watch it once if it's enough to pique my interest. Right. And then that's it. I'm done. Yeah. I just don't go back to them.
I get it. That was loud. That was my mic. Sorry about this. Adjusting that.
Anyway.
I did. I think I've got a new one of my top 5 favorite movies now is Dazed and Confused. I love that movie.
I've really only seen that a handful of times.
Dude, I watched it last night. It is such a great movie.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to go back and hang out with him. Every time it comes on, my dad and I watched it last night. He was like, dude, he said, this may be. He said there's a couple things that are a little exaggerated by a hairline. He said, but that is exactly what it was like. Mm-hmm. Now that class is 1976. My dad's an 80s guy, but that he said that's exactly what it was like. Right. He said it was.
Didn't you say he was born in the 80s?
I did that one. Yeah, so he's born in the 80s.
That was a long time ago, many episodes ago. But I remember you said that.
Yeah,
And you're like, yeah, he was born in the 80s. No,
he was
he
not.
grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, but if you've never seen that movie, you've got to watch it. It's on Tubi right now for free. It's awesome. It's Matthew McConaughey's first movie.
Was that legit his first?
His first movie.
Interesting.
He done some commercials, and he did a Trisha Yearwood music video. He was in there. A couple little ads, and he did some hand modeling. But
speaking of Trisha Yearwood, isn't she married to Garth Brooks? Or was?
She is currently.
Still
She's kind of big. Is that her?
Let me see. I'm Googling it on my brand new iPhone.
That's cool. Internet works on there. That's cool. You tell everybody says Garth Brooks is a murderer.
Trisha Yearwood. Yeah, so that's when you mentioned Trisha
He's a
Yearwood,
serial
I was like,
killer.
that reminds me. So apparently, we both watched the Tom Segura
Of course.
stand-up thing, and I knew from his podcast that he's mentioned this theory before, and then his had this like issue with Garth Brooks. We talked about it an episode or two ago, but I kind of want to explore more into this on like why they think he's a serial killer.
What does it say about it?
I don't know.
Well, you were just looking it up, weren't you?
I was looking up Trisha Yearwood.
Oh.
So yeah, let's see. Garth Brooks, serial killer. There's got to be like a documentary or
Is
something
Garth
about this.
Brooks a serial killer?
See if Google will even let me. It will. It's really not going to want to search for it.
His online nemesis, Tom Segura, revealed that the country singer had blocked him on Instagram after he initiated fake murderer jokes. God, that's amazing.
Yeah, dude. So apparently there's some missing persons conspiracies around him. So they think, I guess, that these missing people were actually just murdered by Garth Brooks. What do you think his weapon of choice is? Guitar?
An ice pick.
The ice pick? No, I know what he does. He strangles them with guitar strings.
That'd be a good. Yeah, but that's too. He had to do something different.
That's kind of different.
With a former joke at the become serious. I don't know. Yeah, well, I'll have to dive more into that and see why they said that.
I don't know.
I think it's hilarious, and apparently Garth is pissed about it.
Yeah, big time, which is just funny. Because he can't. Yeah, I guess he can't like take a joke.
His new stand-up is phenomenal.
Right.
That
See,
special
that's
is so
just
good.
that's just proof that one of those things is that like if someone like, you know, pokes fun at you, you get a little ribbing or whatever. Like, don't show that it bothers you that much, because otherwise they're just gonna do it more. Right. Just laugh along, be like, ha ha ha.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, I'm a serial killer.
Yeah, but he actually ends up murdering them.
Right.
My first victim.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you actually were a serial killer, right? Like, don't get mad because get even because you're a serial killer. You can just take care of them later.
Oh, speaking of murderous things, but so I was like on a weird. When you sent me that movie, that Matthew McConaughey movie, was it Tiptoes?
Yeah.
The weird. So I looked into that. It's like from 2004.
I need to find that movie.
I tried to find it. You can't watch it for free. I looked for it that night.
I'll buy it.
It is. It's like it's got a big cast. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how I never heard of that. Where
Well, I know when you know how you see those like
I thought it was fake.
you know how you see those clips or videos of like Gary Oldman, how he's like a chameleon.
Yeah.
Right. That was a role that was never in those clips. I had no idea he played a dwarf.
Well, I just don't know. I just couldn't imagine like all them big heavy hitters like saw the script and was like, "This is going to be good." Like, it doesn't. It's a weird. Like, it's still part of his rom-com journey. Like, he was the king of rom-coms for a long time. But like, I don't know how I never ever heard of that film.
No, me neither. And that was in like that in that era too, where it must have just been like a straight to video thing. I don't think it was ever in theaters.
It did hit theaters.
Did it hit theaters?
Yes.
It must have been a short release.
Yes.
But yeah, it's kind of a wild thing where Matthew McConaughey's basically, for people who don't know, Tiptoes. The basic concept is he's meets this girl. They start getting she's whatever
Kate Beckinsale. She's super hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Kate Beckinsale, and so he's like, it's getting serious. So she's going to meet the family. The family they're little people.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey is literally the only normal sized person in his entire family. And so she's having to struggle with this now because she really likes Matthew McConaughey's
His
character.
brother is Gary Oldman.
Brother's Gary Oldman playing as a dwarf. So he's like walking around on his knees, obviously.
It's really bad.
It's terrible effects. And and it's just so the whole the hook, the comedy bit is that obviously that she's
Peter Dinklage
disturbed.
is in it.
Peter Dinklage is in it. She's disturbed that this normal guy that she's like in love with probably want to have kids. She doesn't know if she wants to like pursue this because their kids might be little people.
Well, she gets pregnant. That was part of the thing too. Like,
right.
That's
so
part
now
of the trailer.
she's all worried about it, and so hilarity ensues.
So
it just seems odd. It's just like one of those.
It's weird as shit.
One of those movies that, like Tropic Thunder, that would not fucking get made.
No, because they say midgets a lot too.
They say midgets a lot.
Yeah. This is a good one you should check out as well. Anybody listening to? We'll do a little brief movie thing here. Come Play. I stumbled upon this. It's a little creature flick. It's pretty cool. Pretty good. This little autistic kid. He's autistic. I don't know why I paused like that. It's an autistic kid, or whatever. But he doesn't have any friends. Kind of isolated. He's a nonverbal. So he uses his phone to communicate and speak. So he's not like he still hears things, can do all that, but he doesn't speak. But you find out like he gets a book. That's an app, but it's a book. And it's like Larry wants a friend or whatever. And you're like, who the fuck is Larry? And it's like this ghoulish like creature. Mm-hmm. And you have to finish the story. Well, things start happening and shit around the house. And like this creature is trying to get out to take him.
Right.
To be his friend. It's crazy.
Okay.
There's some cool little like jump scares, and the idea is really neat. But there's some clips that are pretty wild. Like there's an under the bed scene that is it's cool.
Okay.
You need to check it out. It's a good one.
I haven't. It's
short. It's not a long movie.
It's been a while since I've seen an actual good.
It's not like Conjuring.
Movie.
Like
that would be, I guess, in the horror genre.
It's horror. It is. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen a good one.
My parents saw that new Insidious movie. They told us yesterday.
Yeah, it was crap.
Yeah, it was okay.
I
love those movies.
Well, it's just like Conjuring. There's only so much that you can. There's only so many times you can keep going back to that well before it's just kind of
right.
It's played out.
Well, it's important I think they were just trying to have some closure and tie those movies together. I mean, it's one of the longest running horror. I mean, that was 5 movies, and they're low budget.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why is because they are low budget, so they don't take
now they
as much money, and they get a decent return, so they're going to keep cranking them out. So horror is like one of the easiest type of movies I think to make, but it's the hardest one to make well.
I'd say The Conjuring, when you and I saw it in theaters, was probably the scariest I've been in the theater in a long time. When I said "oh shit" and grabbed you.
Oh yeah,
that's when that thing jumped off that fucking. What was that thing? A buffet where it jumped off that closet thing. Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, you fucking.
I did. I screamed "oh shit" real loud. It was good.
I just wish it wasn't my dick.
Well, that's the first thing I saw. It was already out. Guys, my guy friends made fun of me about that.
What?
When I told them, like, because you and I go to the movies for years now, all the time. Like,
right.
That's my.
Right.
I tell guys, I was like, I'm going out. My boyfriend, we're going to see a movie. But they were like, who holds the popcorn bucket? Like, so I can get jerked off in the popcorn bucket. I'm like, what the fuck? You can't just go to the movies with your dudes. I don't understand.
I don't need popcorn to jerk you off.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's how expensive that shit is.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do it for free. Yeah. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
I don't give a shit. I'm 33. I don't care.
Who's saying this shit? Garrett?
Oh, nobody anymore. This was years ago,
okay.
man. No. I can't remember. I bet Garrett can remember last time we went to a movie.
Yeah.
People don't go to the movies, man. I don't know what the deal is.
I'm stoked for Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Cool. Everybody, you've seen on social media. Well, I don't know because you're kind of like.
No, I'm back in.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm back in. I'm back on social media.
Yeah.
But was weird. Let me tell you this. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to because I'm rude. It was weird getting back on. And what's funny is my dad yesterday was like, "That didn't take long." I was like, "It was almost a month." But I was like, and then of course, my other buddy would text me and was like, "Oh, look who's back." I was like, "It's just an extended break," because I told Kylie, I was like. For one, because my job is really boring at times. Like I know there's only so much I can do. So finally, I was like, I'm just gonna get it back. So I got back on. Well, I was on for the first time, and I was just like, cool. So now I think I'm getting better about like not making it a full-time job to stay on there and look. But yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. But anyways, I'm back on. So yes, I did see. They're talking about the walkout, the cast of Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that too, which is whatever, but like the whole writer strike. I guess I
don't
can
give a shit.
I guess I can see their point, but
I can't. I don't care.
Here's the other thing about like that. Just a real quick sidebar on the writers' strike thing. Like, I guess their whole problem is they're just not getting paid enough for their work because one of the other considerations is that a lot of the people in the biz are utilizing AI now, like chatbots.
Oh, the chatbot, yeah.
Which, they're sort of like, if you're kind of low level, mid level, I guess, writer, a lot of your job is going to get wiped out because AI can kind of do a lot of this.
They can literally tell it, write a movie about this, and they'll go in and just clean it up a little bit.
Well, it's like
have you used that thing?
Well, it's like Word. Oh yeah, it's like Word has gotten rid of the copy editor essentially, right? To where you don't, copy editor normally just takes something and he makes sure that it's got the proper grammar and spelling and everything like that, and then copies it over perfectly where it's accurate. Back in the day, well, word processors now do that, like, so you don't need a copy editor anymore. So AI is going to phase out some of those types of jobs, and it is what it is. I mean, if you were making a movie or a show or whatever, and you just needed some basic ass dialogue for something to get the main points across, and AI could do that for you, and then you can send it to like your head guy, like one writer that can just go through it and be like, yeah, let me change this, and tweak it to where it's good. I mean, so that would save you from an entire team. You know what I'm saying? So it's just natural for them to do that. So my thing about the writer's strike thing is, well, my two thoughts is like, I'm sorry, you're just fighting against the tide here. Second thought is like, yeah, probably you should be paid more. They probably are dicking you because that's just the way that business is. And then 3 is, I don't know, stop sucking ass, because a lot of the writing lately has been terrible.
Right? Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like,
sorry.
Stop fucking up our shows and our movies with your shit writing, and then maybe they won't, pay you as like you do, and where you don't have to strike. Like, it's just whatever.
How do you use that chatbot?
Well, I was gonna say about Oppenheimer and Barbie or whatever. Everybody's like all about this Oppenheimer and Barbie opening up the same weekend.
Oh.
And so they're talking about like being a double feature to where they're like two completely different movies, and they're competing against each other, and people are kind of like posing this question online. It's like, which one are you going to go see first? And I'm like, fucking Oppenheimer. Like, really?
Dude, that Barbie movie got terrible reviews.
The Barbie movie, people just need to understand this right now ahead of time. That Barbie movie is going to fucking suck. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
It's going to be shitting on men.
Yes.
It's going to be...
It's going to suck. Mm-hmm. The only reason why we're even talking about it is because it is so overhyped, and their marketing has been through the fucking roof. It's been everywhere. Greta Gerwig versus Christopher Nolan, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan all day.
All day. Yeah, all day.
I can't believe people actually like think that's an actual choice.
It's not.
Right now, if like Oppenheimer is just straight up your type of movie, okay, go see Barbie. But if it was like, if you're like a movie person, I don't understand how you could even put Barbie in the same conversation as Oppenheimer.
Yeah, like if you don't like movies, go see the Barbie movie.
It's ridiculous.
Like if you're not
I'm gonna see that. I'm gonna watch that whenever it's just random. I got nothing else to watch, and it's on Netflix already, just because I want to see Ryan Gosling make an ass out of himself. Right.
That's pretty much it.
That's the only reason. And Margot Robbie's hot.
Will Ferrell's in it.
And Will Ferrell's in it. Margot Robbie's hot. But otherwise, the movie itself is going to suck ass, because Greta Gerwig is an uber feminist, and it's going to have a bunch of feminist shit in there. Mm-hmm. And there was actually, I've already heard stuff where a Barbie movie has been floating around Hollywood for quite a while in different iterations. And when it finally came across to, I think, Greta Gerwig to direct this thing, she was like, I'm only going to do it if I can do it in this like uber feminist way. And so this movie apparently is going to completely, it's going to be like some sort of social commentary.
Oh, I know.
On how Barbie as it is not good for young girls, and what's really empowering for young girls is to slave away 50 hours a week as a fucking paralegal in some high-rise law firm or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The American dream. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't need a man.
It's just like, women, listen, feminists. I don't know why are you fighting so fucking hard to be slaves to the corporate
I have no idea.
world like we're trying to fucking get out of. Like, we can't wait for Friday to at 5 o'clock to get here so we can get the fuck out of here. And you're like begging to be in, like, no.
I'm not a fan of radical feminism.
I would switch in a heartbeat.
Oh, dude, are you? Yes.
You know what I
like
mean?
how you said that. Like, as soon as Friday hits, I'm like, please show me the door.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I like my job now. So it's, but still, I don't understand how those feminists think that that's like the most empowering thing. Look, do what you want to do. If you got a dream, you want to follow it, and you want to, that's all you want to do is you would work 100 hours a week because that's your passion. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But to say that that's like that you have wasted your life unless you do that, unless you climb the corporate ladder to be this boss babe, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be a boss guy.
I don't want to be a boss daddy.
Boss bro or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't.
That just sounds like
I want to do
nightmare.
less.
Right. Exactly. That just sounds like a nightmare to me. I don't understand it. Why? Whatever.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't. Whatever.
Because the reality is like there's only very small percentage of people that are these high performers, right? It's just in them. They can't help it. They're the workaholic types, right? And that can be a man or a woman. Fine, go for it. But try to push that kind of mentality on the rest of us, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, do what you need to do, take care of your family, improve yourself. But don't become a slave to that fucking environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where the only thing that you care about is the climb.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
Isn't there a song Miley Cyrus sang called "The Climb"?
I don't know if it was talking. I don't think it was talking about the corporate ladder, but maybe.
No, I know, but like I just happened to think that I was like,
you got Miley Cyrus on the brain.
No, all I could hear was that song. Like you said, kept saying,
give me a little bit. I'm not sure if I know that.
I don't think.
No, put your phone down. You sing it.
I don't know it enough, or I would sing it. I'm not gonna be like make shit up, but I'm pretty sure there's a song that she does. It's "The Climb," and every time you kept saying "climb," I was just like, I could picture that like
just
in
hear
the
it.
background. I'm like. Probably because we were talking about like feminism, like I could hear that in the background. I'm like, pretty sure that's not what she's talking about. She's probably talking about being high.
That, or maybe she was literally talking about like climbing a mountain. Who knows?
Or like a set of stairs.
Miley Cyrus is crazy.
She's pretty chill though. She's got a residency at Vegas. Speaking of, did you see?
She's got a what in Vegas?
A residency. Did you see that fucking dome?
A residence?
A residency.
Was
like
she
where
a doctor?
you have a permanent residence, like a residency there, where your show is in that hotel, like. The Jabberwockies are in the MGM.
Okay. I got you. Sure.
You know what I mean.
She's gone through so many
The Climb
phases.
That's when she was
that
cute.
Even whenever she's stable, I don't trust it.
I like her. I like that.
I'm not into
crazy bitch.
No,
she's cool.
But if you're stay crazy. If you're crazy, be crazy. If you're not crazy.
I heard her documentary was pretty good. Her special on Netflix was pretty good. I haven't watched it.
I don't know.
She was like her peak hotness on 2.5 Men.
She was on 2.5 Men?
Yes.
No.
Are you serious? You didn't see that episode?
I'm not a Miley fan. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, but you were a fan of hot women.
She's all right. There's something about... I'm
sorry.
Just
give me a second.
The Hannah Montana thing, I can't see it.
I'm not showing her pictures of when she's a kid.
I know, but that's all I can see.
I don't think that's what you'll see. Hold on. Let me look it up.
And I think something about, I don't know. I'm just not, she don't do it for me.
It's because she's cute. I get it. That's fine. Hold on. Totally understand now. Dude, your internet is so shitty in here today. But yeah, so she had where she was on. That's when she had that short little blonde hair.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. She was cute. I think I went through a phase where I like short-haired women.
Yeah, I don't like the short blonde.
Yeah, I can tell by your quietness and looking at me like I'm an alien.
Yeah, not quite into that.
Okay,
it's good to know you like 12-year-old boys. The 12-year-old boy look.
Well, with tits, she was not. It's not a 12-year-old boy, guys.
But
she's not Dolly, but that's fine.
But yeah, you normally like the big hair, so then.
Well, yeah, but I mean nobody rocks.
It's the extremes. Anymore. You don't like just normie hair. It's got to be like big hair or like no hair.
I don't know. I'm all fucked up.
What's your stance on bald chicks? Like if they're straight, buzzed, shaved, either really short or like to the skin.
I'll be honest, man. Like, I'm glad you brought this up. And the reason I say is because have you seen that? I forget her damn name. I think Tom Segura and them produced her show, First Date, with that really attractive blonde comedian. If you've seen that, she did like Ron White, Tom Segura, where she sits them down and asks them questions about like relationships, red flags.
Yeah. Lauren Compton.
Yeah, she's really cute, but I didn't know anything about that. But I watched an episode of it. It's okay. It's kind
She
of
has an
catchy.
OnlyFans, by the way.
I can't get involved in any of that. I don't know about that. I thought that was just where people sit on stuff. Kind of find out it's that and more. But anyways, back to your question. I'm not a huge like massive hair guy. Like I don't really like if Kylie one day was just like, I think I'm going to shave my head. I'd be like, that's fine. I don't think I care.
I feel like you always. I think the reason you run the risk of, like, what if you have like your girl shaves her head and it's like knobby, because you can't tell while you have hair if it's.
Oh, I know. I shave my head all the
on.
time. I know. Like I don't.
Right?
I don't know. Like for a while there, I was like, I mean, obviously I like have a type like blondes, brunettes, whatever. But like for a while there, I had the thing where I liked when they shaved one side of their head, like the girl from Hunger Games.
Sure.
Or like, but bald completely. Like what's that real pretty mixed girl that has that shaved head? What's her name? You know who I'm talking about? Rose or something. She was on the. I think she dated one of them rappers or something. She has a shaved head and it's really pretty on her.
Yeah, but she's just hot in general.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
Charlize Theron looked hot when she shaved her head.
It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is like, I'm just trying to picture like you're like hooking up with a girl that's bald headed, and you're
talking
like
about sex,
right? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then you like rub on this like.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're feeling it.
We need to redo your question. You asked me what I thought about bald. You didn't say if you were fucking a bald chick.
Well, I mean, it's implied. Like
it's implied now. Okay, yeah. So
you know, like what do you think about you being with a bald chick? Is what I'm saying. And so I'm like, I don't know if I feel like you feeling that.
Or are you a
and then you like close your eyes and you're like making out and you feel like her skull.
Or are you a hair like?
It just seems.
Are you a hair like? Are you a hair?
Yeah,
guy?
I'll play with her hair.
Like you get in there and get involved like during that thing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So if you were a hair guy, like
I mean, women's hair is like a major, I don't know, attribute of their look.
Yeah, pull from the root, the whole thing. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
well, no, but you know what I'm saying? Like hair is one of those very obvious things that distinguishes in our culture men from women.
Yeah. No,
men generally have short hair. Women generally have long hair.
Let me just answer.
So what I'm saying is not that I'm like a hair guy, but I'm just saying that is a very feminine thing to have.
Oh, I know that part of it. I just meant like,
whenever they now don't, it's like automatically a more masculine thing.
I don't know if it would bother me or not. It'd be weird at first.
Just kind of like
weird. Well, same thing when I see a movie when a dude's got really long hair and so does she. I'm like, it looks weird. Like like that whole thing. Like I always go back to that Van Helsing movie where like like Hugh Jackman has really long, beautiful hair,
better than her,
and they're like making out. And I'm like, it just looks odd because I'm like,
my favorite part about that is whenever he turned into a werewolf, he still had
beautiful hair,
beautiful locks,
and a 6-pack. Dick.
I didn't. It was so ridiculous.
It's like a weird hairline. And it like came down.
I know it was like a Fabio Wolf looking thing.
It was curled before he came on set. Right. Yeah, I don't know, but no, like it'd be weird. It'd definitely be weird. Well, it's just like that episode of Friends when Ross was dating that chick and Rachel convinced her to shave her head and he come in from the pool and her head was shaved bald. He was just like,
that was who was that? That was
Ben Stiller's
wife. Yeah. I remember that. Right. See, it would be off-putting immediately.
So I'm glad you bring up hair.
But if now a short pixie cut or even like have some hair like Florence Pugh. Shaved hair head, right?
Yeah.
But then she like color it was all pink or whatever. But she's just hot anyway.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying?
Basically, let's go back.
But I guess I'm more like the normies, not the Hollywood hot, because they could do whatever the fuck they want. I'm just talking about just like normal person,
ugly people,
right? Or average normies, women that's as attainable to me.
You're talking ugly people,
right? Yes,
ugly chicks. Let's go back to our little mantra that attractive people make.
Well, no, not
everything
ugly
better.
because that's in the same principle. It doesn't matter what they do; they're still going to be ugly.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
So, speaking of ugly people and hot people, Kylie came up to me the other day, and it was yesterday, the day before, and she said, "Hey, look at how cute this is." I said, "What?" It was on Instagram. She said, "This woman, this photographer, she takes pictures of strangers. Like you send in a thing, or like apply or whatever, and then she picks them, the photographer, and then you do like a kind of like a blind date photo shoot. So she takes like it'd be like a single. It's got to be a single guy. Let's just say me. I wrote into this lady, and I was like, "Hey, I'm applying for this," and then they get another woman applies for it, and then she pairs up the people and does a photo shoot of them. It's almost like it's like a chemistry thing she'll do with two strangers that both apply for the little photo shoot. Well,
Okay.
she showed it to me. It'd be like a couple's. It looks like engagement photos, but it's two strangers.
okay.
The guy was like, she's like, how good they look together. I said, yeah, because she's hot and he's handsome.
Okay.
I said, this only works with attractive people. I said, that's why this lady is boasting about this page where she brings together strangers, unlikely strangers, and they might end up hitting it off during their photo shoot.
Okay, so she's kind of also doing kind of a matchmake thing.
Kind of,
too.
sort of.
Okay,
I think
I
didn't
follow you.
look.
So they
in-
go into it knowing that they're going to be match made with
Correct.
another stranger.
I don't know. I didn't read into the page, but she was just showing me, look how good this couple looks, and I was like, yeah, they look great.
Right.
She's like, well, they're totally sure. I said, yeah, so that only works with attractive people. I said, that lady's not going to advertise gross people coming together on her Instagram page.
I kind of want to do it.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. But she was like, I was like, there again, if she's advertising that, she's not going to show a 5 and a 6 or 2 4s come together for a photo shoot. She just put 2 9s together.
I kind of
Bullshit.
I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I'm probably going to be mad at this lady because she's going to match me up.
Yeah, like, you know what you're going to get.
I know what I'm going to get.
But my thing is, does she pick them based off looks? She's like, ugh. Like, I'm not
Right,
gonna
that's what
use
I'm
them.
saying. Right, exactly. She's like,
Bitch.
well, I'm going to have to like lower my standards here a little bit. Right?
Because she showed me that, I'm like, that only works with attractive people. This
How many
does
times
not
has she
work.
done this?
Let me get more info.
I need her
Let me get
information.
more info.
You just send me her information, and I will investigate.
Maybe she can send me that link.
I will do this because we were gonna. This is almost like the raffle we were gonna do.
Oh, yeah.
We still gonna do that?
I mean, it's kind of worked out, hasn't it?
I guess someone already won the raffle.
Someone already won the raffle.
But
Still winning.
I would do some shit like that.
Oh, as soon as she showed me that, I actually thought, I was like, that'd be hilarious.
Maybe that could be kind of like a part of the show is where we just try to find the most awkward, weird, and embarrassing ways for me to go on a date. Since I hate dates,
God, I don't understand why you don't. That pisses
I've
me
already
off when you
explained
say
this.
that. I know,
and
it still
it makes
makes me
sense when I explain it.
it doesn't. I don't like it.
They are awkward.
You've already. I know, but you've already explained it, and it's just gonna get me mad.
They're so awkward.
They're not.
They are awkward.
It's not. If you go out with some weirdo, it's awkward.
Well,
But I don't go out with weirdos, or I didn't.
beggars
There
can't
was
be
one.
choosers sometimes. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Is that
I just asked her if she could send me
fucking
that.
straight up just blind ass date is just awkward as fuck. You can't tell me any different because I've literally never had a first date that I didn't know them already. That I was like, oh, that was fucking fantastic. I want to go
What?
on another one. Never
had an
never
awesome first
fucking
date. You
never
fucking need one, man.
Never. I don't.
Dude,
When
I've
I
had
see that, when I
great
see that
first
shit in the
dates.
movies, I'm just like, this is why it's in the movies because it's bullshit.
Okay, there again. I've had awesome first dates. No bullshit. I'm not just saying that to argue with you, even though that is fun. I've had great first dates.
I know you have.
I mean, that's how. I mean, I had a first date with Kylie, and we just never left. We just
Yeah, but you kind of knew her though because you were in class.
only, dude. I'm talking about a sentence without using
All right.
names. Is all
Fair
I know.
enough. Fair enough.
And then some light Facebook talking. That's it, dude.
Sure.
That's it. But I've had other first dates when I online dated that were awesome. I had a blast. And I'm like, I don't
know what it
know.
is.
I don't know what it is, dude.
And it's not. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But it's not like I'm weird or anything like that. I don't think so. It's just that I don't know, just not there. Maybe they're so nervous. I'm generally not that nervous.
Was never really that nervous.
Maybe they're so nervous that they can't like just relax. I guess maybe it's some to some level. I'm like, because I know I can say some fucking off the wall shit that I don't really let loose. But I mean, you're not supposed to be like, all out in the open on a first date anyway.
Don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's already a restrictive ritual in the first place. You know what I mean? So there's only like two ways to go about it. Either you're like both two hot people that you're just going to end up banging in the end of the night anyway, or it turns into a fucking interview.
Well, I mean,
what else could it be?
It kind of is an interview, but I always chalked it up just hanging out and having food. I was just excited to be. I think what it was is because I compare myself to Jim from American Pie. If I had to pick who it was, like I was just excited to be out with a lady. So like I was already excited just that I made it to that point. So it's just like this is fucking great. So that's the way I viewed it. And I was like, what else would I be doing? I said, I've done got to this point. I was like, this is great. Even if this doesn't, in my mind, I was like, even if this doesn't work out at all, it's still better than the alternative.
So that's the key. Rock bottom expectations.
It's great, dude. I had a great time. I've never like I had. Not that I was like dating like crazy, but I've had. I mean, more on one hand, I can count how many great first dates I've had. I've had some bad ones too. Like I've had taken chicks back early, made shit up phone calls to get back because they were all kinds of stuff. But
they've
like,
all been bad for me.
But dude, like I've had some good ones. Like not now movie stuff. That's different. Like that's shit's all BS, and I watch all that stuff.
Well, but I mean, even like the basic, like, oh, you're having a good time. You found out you got some likes and some common interests, and like, oh, you listen, I'm going to their concert, whatever. And you walk to the car and you have like a little in the front porch door thing. You have like a little goodnight kiss thing. Like even that,
you never done that?
Is fucking foreign as shit to me.
Have you done one of those, like the walk to the door and like kiss goodnight and all that stuff? You got to do that? They kind of jingle the keys.
No, not like. No.
Like had her arm like in your arm, like walk back and all that. What the fuck?
No.
That's what it is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You need to go on a date. Like a good one.
Well, I mean
like a real one.
I mean
like it's a quality one.
There was no opportunity for that to happen because usually we were already like hooking up.
Yeah, you gotta quit hooking up and we need to like date a little bit and then hook up. I mean, because you're 30, you're in your mid-30s here. We know y'all are going to eventually probably hook up.
36, you can say it.
Well, everybody knows that you're getting older. But, like, still, we need to get you a date. That'd be cool. I don't now. If I was to go on another date now at this age and stuff, I'd probably fuck it up. Like, probably.
Actually, I think going on a date now would probably be better than back then.
I mean,
back then, I don't know, you put more pressure on yourself.
I would be weird as fuck.
Yeah, you would put more pressure on yourself. And now I feel like like I would be more like you. I would just be more like I'm just hanging out with a person that I find attractive. We're gonna have a chat. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll go fucking go home, jerk off. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like,
or it'll go great. I'll go home
because I'm a lot more like settled in my ways and myself. Like I'm not.
Well, that's what I was telling Kylie. I was like, dude, I looked at her the other day. I was like, can you imagine us like having to go on a date in this world? I said, I'm so set in my fucking ways and grumpy. I said, if they would hate me, I said, I'd just be like, you get what you get. This is it. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, the grumpy thing, I believe. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
100%. You would be. Yeah, you would be grumpy.
This is me. Now I wouldn't be grumpy on my date. I wouldn't think, but just so you know, I'm like, I have grumpy tendencies. Right. Like, I like shit to be a certain way.
Yeah. All right. She'd be like, I think I'll have the salad. Like, if you're a little bitch, like you.
Yeah, or like maybe you should, biggin. Like, something. No, I would never say that.
No, you would never say that.
I was I was always like super nice.
Right. But I feel like if you were going like on a date and she was like, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock or something like that, and you're like, oh, you want to go back and play? It's like, that's a little late.
A little late. Oh, nothing good happens after midnight.
Right,
so.
right. I feel like you would do something like that. Right, exactly. You wouldn't pick up on that cue.
I'll never forget the time that we had I'm not going to use any names, but we had a school dance. And it wasn't my girlfriend at the time. Like, I wasn't seeing anybody. But I took a young lady to a dance or whatever and took her home. And it was like, and there was that brief moment. They're like, "Do you want to come in?" And I was the first time anyone's ever asked me that. I was just like, "I got to get back." And I like panicked, and ran back to the car. I was like, Nope.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, I can't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Actually, the worst is whenever you're like dropping them off after the end of the date, and you're just praying that they don't ask you to come in because you don't want to like turn them down, right?
Yeah.
But you have to shit.
Oh, I haven't had that.
I've had that. Yeah, shit. Be like, I need this date to be over so I can fucking go home.
I've had one where I was at a girlfriend's house and I had to do that, and I'd never done it there. And it's like, how long do we need to be together before I can shit in your parents' house? Like, there was that weird, like how, and there's always that, most houses have the downstairs bathroom, but it's like a half bath. You can't hide anything in there.
No.
It's not like where it's separated by a shower. You're like, okay, I can close this door and this door, and I'll flush as I go, and I'll be safe. No. That half bath, that shit is going to seep into the, especially an open concept. We're going in kitchen, living room.
Oh, yeah. The worst one was like, I need to use the bathroom. They like point to the door, like literally right next to where we're sitting.
Do you mean this one?
Like, this one right here? You're like, I mean, it's fine.
I'll hold it.
Right.
You're sweating at the dinner table.
I'm not literally going to shit 5 feet from you.
You're like, I'm not that hungry anymore.
Right.
You're clenched up, sweating.
That is the worst.
It's the worst.
So that's the reason now because I have to shit all the time. So again, I have like a spidey sense for where the bathrooms are. And so I got to know if I have access to like.
Well, you're checking
another one.
Instead of checking your exits, you're checking for the shitters.
I'm checking for the shitters, right? Exactly.
Makes total sense. No, so like it took me the longest time. Finally, I just committed to it, but it was still awkward. It's just awkward now as an adult, obviously. But yeah, dude, it's awkward. It's super weird. I was just like, but you don't want to leave and come back.
No.
Like, I'm gonna go home real quick and I'll come back and get you.
No, I know. That's one of my moves back in the day when I smoked was that I would like, I'm out of cigarettes. And I'd run to the gas station, get some more cigarettes, fucking blow up the gas station, and come back. That was a good one.
Did you ever have girls turn?
I still miss smoking.
Did you ever have girls turn their head on you? You tried to kiss them? Was that a thing?
I never got swerved.
Ever?
I've
You've
never
been swerved?
Never been swerved.
Why is it always just me?
I don't know.
I told Kyla too.
She's too aggressive.
I told Kyla and she was like, that never fucking happened. I was like, well, of course it didn't happen to you women.
No.
Are you serious?
Well, it didn't happen to me because I was pretty sure if I went in, it was going to happen.
Okay, so
it's kind of my thing.
It's
I was not going to go in on a 50-50
I
shot.
was not. I thought it was 80-20. Like, let's just say, like, anyways,
but the other way, it was 20-80.
Yeah, I was reading the room apparently wrong. Like, I thought, because like I said, it was fucking all them romantic moves.
That's what you got in your head.
I got in there. Like, the first time it happened, it was just like, you don't really know where to go. Like, and it was just awkward. Right. But it was the other one was like subtle. But yeah, like I was always sometimes like the nice guy, or you'd be like a shoulder to cry on, and then you'd make it like, this is my move. Like, finally, he's gone. I'm here. It's great. Like, I was hoping he was going to die soon. And then, you go in that fucking head turn. It's terrible.
I never went in. Either I was so sure that it was gonna happen that where I would go in, or if it got down to 50-50 where I wasn't sure, I'd just straight up ask.
As I got better at it, I think I would ask. But yeah, sometimes I was like,
you want to make out?
I was like, it feels right, and then it's like, maybe to you, I'm like, what are we doing?
Right, exactly.
Oh, dude, it's awkward as shit. It sucks. There's nowhere to go. There's like, it happened one time. I was driving and she was outside of my door, and I was like, reverse, get the fuck out.
I was gonna say,
it's time to go.
If that happened to me now and a girl did that to me, I would laugh so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, obviously I wasn't quite as witty, I think.
Start laughing. I immediately start like shitting on myself. Be like, well, I guess I'm a piece of shit. Just like go off.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gay.
Right, exactly.
Like, I wasn't quite as.
I'm gonna go kill myself now.
I wasn't quite as witty with my banter. So now I'd be like, "This really, bitch."
Right.
It's fine.
I'm in your league. You can't do any better than me.
Yeah. This is. Sorry,
right.
You're missing out.
Right.
Then I just pretend I'm crying as I back out of the driveway.
Right, exactly. I would just.
It sucks.
Make something fun out of it.
But yeah, dude, first dating was cool. I mean, it's what you make it. Like, I've heard horror stories too from friends of mine. How my brother's got a bunch of them that are just, it sucks. But yeah. I think for sure we need to try to get you on another one, and then you can tell us about it on the show.
Yeah, so I have an idea.
Okay.
We're doing this whole like talking about doing the raffle thing, and then you just posited that stranger.
Yeah, you go on a date and then we come back and tell us
photo
about
op
it.
thing or whatever. Right. So maybe we should just do that. And I'll just treat it as like
it's gonna be a
the
one-man show. I mean, it's gonna be all on you.
well, yeah, sure. I did start doing some online dating a little bit more lately.
Ooh. Any prospects?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. It's too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you on the Tinder thing? I don't even know what's out there anymore.
I don't know. I need to take it a little bit, I guess, more seriously, or take it more seriously, I guess. I don't want to.
You get what you get out of it, what you put in, man.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I did do this thing. And I know.
OnlyFans?
No. I don't think it's got here yet, but in the mail. But you know,
did you get a stroker?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you get a flashlight?
Here's the thing about those. I've tried them before. Here's the thing: it's like it's cool or whatever. You're like, oh wow, this feels different. But then it's just like it's such a fucking chore to like.
By the time you're done, you don't want to do it anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is like it's like there's like a whole cleanup afterwards.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and then you really get to just like wallow in your
you can't just
self-pity.
like snatch it out of the fucking drawer like cold and just like put it on and like, start going to town. Like you gotta. There's a whole process.
You gotta put it in the microwave.
Right, so it's such a pain in the ass. So it's at some point I'm just like, I'm just gonna use my hand. Fuck this. You just go back to the old style anyway. So it doesn't. They're dumb. But anyway, no. So I don't know if you remember if I ever shared this to you, but there's like a social experiment going on with the rings.
Okay. You talking about were they different colors and like?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got one.
Are you getting a man ring?
So
You're getting a man ring.
No, it's a social
man
experiment.
Ring. It's not a wedding ring. It's a man ring.
It's a social experiment.
I know, but it's still a man ring.
No, it's not the same thing.
Dude,
I'm not doing it as a fucking fashion statement, so it's not a man ring.
Is it though? It's part of your outfit.
It's a social experiment.
All right. Anyways, your new man ring. Go ahead.
So it's not a man ring. It's a social experiment. It's like if you want to call it a mood ring, I'd rather you call it that because man ring just sounds like
it's a man
I
ring.
like to get rammed in my ass. I just
You don't wear flip flops. You're safe.
Right. So I decided I was like, fuck it. Let's just see what this does.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody. I don't think I've ever noticed it before. So I don't even know how many people are actually participating in this thing. They claim millions or tens of millions or some shit like that, but I don't really
two
know.
of them trying to get sales.
But I was just curious. I was like, all right, fuck it. It was only like $25. I was like, all right, fine, fuck, I'll do it for $25. And they send you 3 of different sizes, and so
I could have sized you at the house.
Well, I don't think I don't ever say that to another man again.
I could. I have the ring size thing, the big keychains. I have one. You don't have to put your dick in a hole and I measure it.
That's where I went.
No.
That's where I went.
Yeah, like
I could size you up if you want.
that looks pretty good. No, like it's a husky. No, but it's an actual. I have an actual
Definitely
ring
not.
sizer.
More on the adequate scale. But no, I decided to get it, and I don't think it's got here yet. I haven't checked. It's 2 weeks ago, I think. So it's maybe on a wait list, I think, because they've done different like rounds or iterations.
So where are they doing? Is it based on city?
It's basically just straight up a social. If you sign up, you get a ring, and so everybody that goes to sign up and gets the ring knows that ring is part of the experiment. And so really all it is just if you're wearing that ring, it's indicating to anybody else that is aware of this thing that you are, I guess, single and looking or whatever.
But where? How do you know where to look for people with the ring? Like
that's it. That what I just said is that
so
is
you
the
have
thing.
to wear it.
Yeah, you have to wear it all the time, and people are looking for it. So that's what I'm saying is I don't know if in our immediate vicinity, 50 miles of us, right, between here and Nashville, I haven't noticed if anybody's been wearing that ring. So I don't know how prolific it is.
I don't like that idea. I wouldn't mind the idea if you were in a big event.
Well, they do that too.
Yeah, and then,
so they set up things.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But that's not the social experiment. Here's the social experiment. The social experiment is that dating apps have made dating suck. Mm-hmm. Pretty much everybody agrees on that. Is that dating apps have made dating worse?
Well, everybody ruined them because they turned into hookup things.
That and because they're so, I don't know, easy to use, I guess.
Well, and you end up knowing too much.
Well, and since they do work for hookups, that's now how everybody I think perceives them to be like. Mm-hmm. That nobody meets anybody and asks anybody out organically anymore. It's all dating apps, and to my point, I've made that before, is that you know too much ahead of time.
Yeah, what are you going to talk about?
Like, exactly. Like, there's no discovery
Yeah,
there.
it's lame. Anyways, but
that's the reason. That's why I, in general, don't like dating apps. And also, I could go weeks without it getting rejected by a woman, but every time I swipe and don't get a match, I'm instantly getting that feeling of rejection. So it's like,
you bitch.
Fucking sucks, right? Right? I could go a year and only get rejected by like 5 women. Now I can get rejected by hundreds within a matter of days. So I should be used to it by now.
So what's the experiment now? So you wear it and then like just hope that someone happens to see it and like, hey, me too.
Me too. You want to bang?
Let's shake hands. Our mood rings touch.
I have no idea how this is going to
lame.
go. I think when you sign up to it, they organize events too that are people that are part of this experiment.
Now that part's
but
cool.
that is basically the experiment. Is the social experiment is that if you're wearing the ring, you're indicating to everybody else, like in a dating app.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a dating app, you're telling everybody else that's on that dating app, I am open to dating.
Do you
That's
see
the
my
whole
ring?
point, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is basically that, but just in the real world. That if you're wearing this, it's indicating to everybody else that I'm available.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't that? But like, just say you saw someone with it on. Let's just say like you.
Well, see here, I thought about this. So I thought about this. If I saw somebody that had it on,
Hey,
first of all, it's probably fairly rare. I mean, even if you had, even if it was true that they said they had 10 million people on this thing, that's a fraction of the population of the United States. There's 340 million people in this country, right? Well, I guess half of them are dudes, and 100 million of them are kids or whatever. But so anyway.
So 200 people.
So right. So that is not an actual full 330 million people. But anyway, that I was dateable. But so I thought about this. What if I saw somebody that had that ring?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the easiest thing it would actually be like, that's part of the experiment, that if they're wearing the ring, they want to be approached. So you automatically know that they're down for an approach.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is like
So I go up to them and I say, it's like, oh, got the ring. So you already have a common thing immediately.
But what if you go up
and
and they're like, ooh.
Well, then I just fucking
no.
That would happen without the ring. You get what I'm saying?
I don't. Now, granted, people will be shocked in general that they actually spoke to you. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to create something.
They're trying to bring back the organic
people really just walk up
interaction.
And like, hey, I'm such and such. Nice to meet you. I think you're really attractive. So I take you to dinner sometime. Like, just keep it simple as fuck.
Ugh, serial killer, get the fuck away from me.
So that's what I'm saying. But if they said, they'd just be weird out because they're like, oh, can you just text me? And they run back to their car. So, hell, they got those dudes on Instagram that do that. They'll randomly walk up to them and say the most off the wall shit, and they're just like drooling.
That's what this whole thing is doing. Because I see it all on Instagram and social media everywhere. Is that just the amount of women that are complaining about the current dating situation where guys just don't approach them anymore. It's all online because it's the expedience, and and it's partly our fault too. It's not saying this is all like women's fault, but it's guys' fault too, because we're going to go with the sure thing, the easy thing. So if we're swiping on dating apps and you end up swiping a girl and she's like within a few messages like, hey, let's hook up. Why would you try to strike up a conversation and like meet and date and everything like that, a woman in the wild, so to speak, when you could just literally go onto your phone and like order up some, you know what I mean?
See, when I online dated, there wasn't Tinder. Like, I used Match, but what was cool about it is like you had to pay obviously to do it.
Yeah.
But like, even when you'd match with somebody, like the ones I did go on dates with, I didn't dive in. There wasn't this giant profile like where you can know everything. It was just like basic shit. Like age, name, hobbies. That's all it was. It wasn't like this. And if they post up, there wasn't like
it's still like that.
Well, I know. I'm just saying there wasn't this. But it's just like sometimes you'll see where it's like I don't need to know.
Yeah,
I want to find all the rest out in person.
Yeah, and well, that's just them. I mean, it's
but the Tinder thing,
it's a double-edged sword because you have to put enough on there to be appealing, I guess, to want to match. But then again, like not too much to where it's.
I had a system and it worked for me. I had a system the way I did it, and it was pretty successful. So I had a certain way that I did everything.
Well, I think probably my biggest problem with the social media thing or the dating apps for me is, well, number one, I take an awful photo. Number two, I don't have that many, period, because I take an awful photo.
I think I have more pictures of you on my phone than you do.
Probably. So every time there's a camera that's on and I become aware of it, my face contorts and I take a terrible photo.
Yeah, like I said, I had a thing where I would, you get matched or whatever. Match would send me, and I don't know how it is now, but you get like 5 matches, and like one would be like a creature they just had to throw in because of an algorithm, and then the rest would be like whatever, and they base it off your area, whatever. And then sometimes you're like, okay, well that one seems cool, but there wasn't like a thing you could go through and see people, but then I think every week they'd send you your 5. But like I would do it as like, hey, whatever, and then it'd be small talk, and then it'd be like go into like a phone call within a week or 2. And then if the phone call was good, because you can tell if the phone call was shitty, the date's not happening. I would just bye. I'd be like, hey, I don't think it's going to work out. And then if the phone call was successful, then I would plan a meet. And then that's how, and it worked great. Because then you could tell too, like on the phone, if you talked a couple of times, like, okay, well, we can carry a conversation. We should be able to carry one in person and then go from there. And that worked for me. But that whole like swipe and just show up the same day, that shit would freak me out with no heads up, like nothing before. Like that would weird me out.
Have I told the Giraffe Girl story?
You have.
I think I have.
We did a whole episode on it. It was awesome.
That's right. So that was probably my craziest Tinder.
How we had Jacob on that day for that show where we
thing.
talked about online dating.
The lost episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you just need to get back out there. Plain and simple.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Is when someone says that to me,
I'm not someone. I can tell.
When they say you just need to get back out there,
mm-hmm.
the fuck do you mean? In this world, the landscape that we're in right now, what does getting back out there look like?
Just need
Guess what I'm saying?
Getting
back out there is dating apps, and it sucks.
Well, then when you're at the gym, ask some chick out or at the grocery store.
We already talked about that. That's a terrible idea. The grocery store maybe, but gym is a terrible idea.
I think it'll work.
No.
I'll try it and let you know.
No.
And then I'll just tell him I can't do anything with you. But this was from my friend Zach.
So I told you I was actually gonna do that. Maybe ask some people to when we're
Don't just ask the hot ones.
No, well, obviously I'm gonna start there and work my way down. But
you're only gonna ask like,
well, because who? Those are the ones that could potentially get known at the gym. I'm not gonna ask the fucking. I know.
I just think it's funny. Oh fuck!
So what I'm saying is, so I did have that idea of hitting up some people in the wild that fit the profile of a particular topic argument we're having to get their perspective on. It's like the thing with teachers. Like we should actually try to get a teacher on. You know what I mean?
Dude, that would be so exhausting. Actually, I'd have popcorn just.
I mean, I know some teachers, but they're not going to come on the show. So that's what I'm saying. I have to find somebody that would want to come on. You know,
I would love to hear that argument. I would just sit back and just revel in it. I have no opinion in it. I'd be like, this is gonna be great. And then I would just throw in stuff to interject. I'd be like, tell her how much you fucking hate teachers.
Here's how I think probably the conversation would end up going, is that there's gonna be some stuff, obviously, because I don't do that job. There's gonna be some stuff that I don't know, but I think that anytime I've had this conversation with anybody before, it usually goes down like this: is that they talk about how much I don't know what I'm talking about, but completely missing the point of my argument because they're so stuck in their daily life of being a teacher. Yeah, that they're just trying to convince me of how much their job sucks. Right. And that's never been my point. I know your job sucks. What I'm saying is that everyone's fucking job sucks. Why are you a special one that gets to complain and nobody gets to say, hey, shut the fuck up? Yeah. That's my whole point.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, especially whenever you only work 9 months out of the year. So, kiss my ass.
We do need to have one on.
But that's what will end up happening is they're going to completely miss and not have an argument. It'll just be they're just going to sit there and try to convince me how much their job sucks. That's all they're going to do. I swear to God. Anytime I ever had a conversation about teachers to somebody that's sympathetic to the teacher cause, it's always been about that.
Yeah. It'd still be fun.
They never actually get past like just I don't care what the job is. Say if it was you're a plumber and you work 9 months out of the year and what I'm just saying. Why does teachers get special treatment where they're like fucking heroes? You know what I mean? Like they're going.
Do you think if they were paid $100,000 a year, they would?
It wouldn't fucking matter. It wouldn't matter. That's my point. I get paid more now, and I'm trying to do less. Like it's just it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
It's just the stupidest fucking argument. Well, we don't pay teachers enough. Like maybe we do, maybe we don't. But you cannot tell me that is the reason why everything sucks.
Yeah,
is because they don't get paid enough.
I don't know.
That is the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. Like, yeah, I would love to pay you. You know what? I would love to pay you $500,000. Do it. Go ahead. I can guarantee you 0 things will change in the education output or outcomes in this country.
Oh, yeah.
All you'll have is highly paid teachers.
Yeah.
Nothing would actually change because it's not a pay issue. There's a wide range of issues that are systemic that have to change from all different types of whatever. So that's what I'm saying. I guarantee you whenever I talk to a teacher about this, that's where they're going to come from. I would be shocked if one actually tried to like come to me and refute, on the basis of that.
If we get one, I want to have that episode called like Zach versus teacher.
100%.
And just name it that. And just have just this bit where I just want to hear it.
I don't know. I just look. They do a job that I don't fucking want to do.
Hey, maybe you'll ask one of them girls at the gym about the asking, and she'll be like, well, I'm a teacher, so it's hard for me to date. You're like, great. We'll get 2 birds at one stone. Come on in.
It's not a job I fucking want to do. I also don't want to be a plumber, but I've never heard anybody argue about, well, plumbers don't get paid enough.
Or astronauts,
You know what I mean? I don't want to do that job either.
I don't want to do either of those.
It's literally the only one. Like I would love to have a teacher sit next to a firefighter and bitch about how much they get paid.
I know too.
Exactly.
We could have a fucking battle royale in here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh really? This dude literally makes less than you, and he don't fucking complain.
But he works less.
Right. Because he understands the role that he's playing. He loves what he does. Yeah. He gets all this this time off. Yeah. Right. He's doing a job that is very critical, but it's not like I don't want to diminish it, but it's not like a high skill job. I guess that makes sense. Like it's. I tell you what, you're not an astrophysicist where it takes all this schooling.
I tell you what, let's do this. I'm gonna reach out to our fireman buddy, and you find a teacher. I'll get Garrett, and I will produce that day. I will literally not be on the mic that day, and I will just let that ride out. I want to see that shit so bad. Because that's been like a reoccurring thing where we've circled around and back to that. Because like even the Core 4 whatever mentioned about the teacher thing.
Yeah, it fires me the fuck up.
I know, and I like it because it's funny.
It mostly fires me up because nobody is actually coming to the argument that I'm trying to make. They just keep complaining about how much it sucks to be a teacher. I'm like, I know, like I've had that conversation.
Yeah.
Let's talk about like why we treat them with this like level of like, oh, you can't say that about teachers.
Same thing with veterans.
That too. Fuck them.
So, I'm not gonna say that, but it's the same. It's the same thing.
Just kidding. Again, like anybody that's like, I was in the military. There's a bunch of fucking idiots in there too. So you know what I mean? Like, again, yeah. We
need a teacher. I have to see.
Thank you for your service. Blah blah blah.
We have to play this out. I need a teacher.
But for a lot of them, it's just a fucking job, and just like everything, there's some jackasses in there. So not all of them deserve your reverence.
Yeah, that's true.
All I'm saying. Jesus.
We do need. I'm gonna work that out. I'm gonna get a teacher in here to come sit and do an episode with us.
All right.
And if it gets to you, just be like, thank you for your service. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Don't you have some kids to teach or something? Get the fuck out of here.
Not in the summer.
No, that's like not. Not in the summer.
Aren't you off?
Aren't you off? Yeah. We had to make sure we fit you in around your busy schedule.
Traveling.
Ooh.
But I will. That is, a lot of them do say that's why. We've mentioned it before. I don't want to like beat a dead horse.
That's the reason why I thought about it. I entertained the idea of being a teacher solely for that reason. You know that's one of the reasons why.
It's cool. Right. How cool would that be?
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't want to do the job, but
I know.
I don't like my job. They're just jobs.
Right.
It's gotta be done. Whatever.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't want to get on a whole fucking teacher rant. I feel like every time that is brought up, I end up saying a lot of the same things, but it just fires me up every fucking time. Let's talk about something every episode.
Did you buy a motorcycle? Did you go motorcycle shopping yet?
No, I have not done that.
We went and rode today. It was incredible.
Mostly because I don't want to finance one.
I understand.
And I everything I'm looking at, I see online.
Just finance it. Fuck it.
It's like, awesome. Well, I mean, I want this like fucking $18,000 bike.
I said on a $22,000 this morning.
Not going to do it, but I can't do it.
Oh, you can.
I can't do it.
You can.
No. All right, Dave Ramsey over here. You're like on this whole fucking kick. And
I still got a motorcycle I'm paying on. I love my motorcycle.
I know. What I'm saying is like, I'm not going to get into that.
It's all right.
That's just it's just too much to swing right now.
It is the greatest thing in the world.
So I want to buy one straight up, but I'm not really finding anything that is in that price range that I like.
I'm not settling. I'm getting my next one. Will
and
be
another
the
thing,
one I want.
Another thing is like everything I'm seeing like secondary market. You know, you're not buying from the dealer or whatever. It's all fucking Harleys. It's Harleys all the time.
Awesome.
It's all Harleys.
It's awesome. You gotta ride one.
Yeah, but they're also expensive.
Well, yeah, because they're cool. All cool shit costs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's no other variety out there. So again, so I had this thought. Is when I was on Marketplace and I was looking motorcycles.
Sure.
And so I'd come across an Indian every once in a while, or like a Victory or a Honda or whatever, even a couple Yamis. But it was all Harleys, and so I had this thought: it's like, why the fuck is everybody selling so many goddamn Harleys?
Because they have other Harleys. Most Harley people have more than one Harley.
But so people that have other motorcycle types just keep them?
I don't know. I just know that typically people sell Harleys to buy another Harley. That's usually how it goes. Okay. But I loved my Harley. I've only ever had one, but that's what I will get again because I want mine. I have certain things that I'm not getting back into the crotch rocket game or that bullshit. I want stereo. I have certain things that I'm looking for. So I can get my fix of crazy in the woods. So that's
my thing. It's like, so if someone buys a Triumph or an Indian or something,
that's fine.
Well, here's what I'm getting at. So someone buys an Indian or Triumph, whatever, then they just like it and they don't sell it to get something else. But someone buys a Harley, they'll automatically think like, I need another Harley.
Yeah, usually it's because they want to upgrade. Like I know guys that have bought Sportsters and then gone to a Street Glide and then upgrade to a Road Glide and then go to this one. Like it's always to get the next big and better. Because they come with bells and whistles.
That's the trap I don't want to get.
Yeah, well, you don't. Just so the best advice I guess mine is just don't settle. Get what you want or don't get one.
That's the trap I don't want to get into. Because I'll be honest, like
don't get one.
I've never ridden, like a Street Glide or Road King or anything like that.
It's fucking amazing.
Sure, I believe you, but I don't know if that is worth the price tag.
You got to,
because I mean, riding is fun regardless.
It is. It's all going to be about creature comforts. It's going to be about what you're wanting. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I tell people you need to go once you get your license. You need to go ride all of them. You'll know right away.
Yeah, but you miss what I'm saying. It's like, yes, I'm sure it is fucking the best, but it is not $20,000 worth the best.
It is.
For what? So you can have a radio?
I'm telling you. I've ridden used. I've ridden new. I'm telling you, new and newer is the fucking best.
If money was no object, but you can't tell me that is worth sacrificing money that can go to other things elsewhere, because it's not just $20,000 price tag. That $20,000 could go to other things, multiple things that you now are sacrificing so you can have a radio while you're riding.
Oh, well,
you get what I'm saying?
You're talking about like budgeting in a bike. Yeah, don't. But if money's no object,
well,
and
of course,
I'd
get whatever the fuck I want,
then
right?
It is worth it. If you're trying to find a budget bike, then no, it's not worth it to you.
I'm not saying budget bike. What I'm saying.
Well, you just said there's money towards other things.
So you have a bike, right?
Yeah.
A standard bike, right?
Sure.
And then you add on the bigger fairings. You got the radio,
Yeah.
right? You went from 10,000 to 20. So you're saying the radio and the bigger fairings and everything is $10,000 worth?
No,
that doesn't make sense to me.
If you go from 10 or 20, you're going to get twice the motor, and you're getting other stuff. You're not just getting that. You're getting motor and all kinds of different stuff from 10 to 20.
Why? So I can go 75 max on both bikes?
No, so you can cruise at 120 comfortably.
But I can't.
You can. I've done it. You can.
I know you can, but not legally. Was my point.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't do that all the time.
I'm just saying all the time, but there's massive jumps from certain price tag on, but you know that you've bike shopped.
I mean, I think I get where you're coming from, but my point is like that is something that is that you do as an experience. Like I would rent one,
sure,
and do that as an experience. Go 120, go 130, whatever. But that's not something that I would want to. I first of all can't do all the time. I'm not gonna daily going 120 on the interstate. That's just not gonna be a thing. You get what I'm saying? So.
And I don't mean to say.
So my saying is like something that actually fits more as a daily or every week kind of riding thing. I don't need to have a fucking radio and all that other kind of stuff and that motor that goes up where I can go 120 because I realistically can't do that all the time. So therefore, me, I would rather instead of paying $20,000 for a bike, do $10,000 for something that is actually more practical to ride and still be just as fun. And then if I feel like I want to fucking just haul ass, I'll go rent one.
Oh yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying?
I guess I didn't know where you were coming from. Yeah,
I'm having a hard time justifying whenever you get into a like going from the Grom little bitty fucking bitch bikes to a full size. Okay, that makes sense, right? But now we're talking about the difference is marginal between a Softail and a Road King. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're not that much bigger. Mm-hmm. It's bigger, yes. Obviously, objectively, it's got a bigger motor, but I realistically can every day drive the exact same way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I don't. If money was no object, I'd just fucking go buy a Road King and be done with it. But I don't want to do that because all of the extra benefits that you get out of that, I would not necessarily care that much about to justify that extra price tag.
Yeah. I got you.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I would, money was no object, I would buy a fucking Porsche tomorrow, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, that'd be cool.
I can't go 170 to work. I can only go 60 miles an hour to work.
Maybe.
So maybe tops. Depends on from behind a fucking truck.
I understand.
So it might as well just be my truck. It's fine. I don't need to have it would just piss me off to have all of that motor and not be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, that's true. You can't have a hooker and smoke crack at 178.
Right. Can't pull 100 Biden.
Can't pull 100 Biden.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's some wild shit. I still can't believe that. I can't believe that dude is
He's just living
still around.
He's living his best life. He's gonna.
And
have
they found
greatest,
like cocaine in the White House, and they're like, "Oh, we don't know whose it was." Like, "Oh, maybe it was old Joe Blow over here, 170 miles an hour smoking crack guy over here.
With a hooker in the
maybe it was him. Did you ask?" Fucking stupid. There's like, best station's closed. We're just never gonna know who left the cocaine in the White House. Like, really? The White House. You don't have cameras everywhere. Give me a break.
Nope. There's no security anymore.
They fucking know who it is, but because it's Hunter Biden, obviously they're not going to say it.
He's a wild man.
Do they think we're that dumb?
Yes.
They really think we're that dumb.
We were dumb for 2 years, remember? We were all dumb.
I know. I was talking to somebody about the whole past few years. I think everybody's tired of talking to COVID one way or the other. Because
I hate hearing
we just want it to be over with, right? And it is over with. We just want it to be a distant fucking memory. But I was thinking about that like 10 years from now, we're going to revisit this period, and we are really going to look back and be like, what the fuck were we thinking?
Oh, yeah, we're all fools.
What a bunch of idiots.
Mm-hmm.
We bought it. I mean, I even bought it early on. For me, it lasted about 3 months, and I was like, all right, this is dumb.
After I got it.
I'm out.
I got it. And then after I got rid of it, I was like, wow.
Yeah. So it's I'm really curious to see how we're going to view it as a people.
You said 10 years?
Yeah.
You wait till the side effects of 10 years.
Yeah, that's true.
All them fucking people. You wait. You wait and see.
I'm curious to see what the landscape's going to look like and how we view this period or the past few years. 10, 15, 20 years from now. I don't think history's going to look too kindly on this period. You know what I mean? That's even if we're, still around. Because we may fucking nuke ourselves to oblivion or the machines take over.
I hope not.
AI takes over.
Well,
I guess we can wrap this up.
Wrap it up, man. That's right at our mark, too. Look at that.
On the dot. Look at that.
Dot.
I didn't even plan it that way. Actually, it's a little bit over, but I got to do some editing, so it probably actually will be right on the dot. But, hopefully you guys get to hear this episode. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they'll get to hear our...
It may all be fucked.
We may cut our arguing there about prices on motorcycles. Because for a minute, I was like, people are like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I know what I was talking about. That's all that matters.
That's true.
All right. Well, I guess, like, subscribe, share, comment, follow, share 10,000 times.
We're going to be hunting down a teacher. We already have a fireman.
Yep. As you can see, we're trying to make some small upgrades. We've kind of committed to improving every week, trying to do at least one thing to improve our game, whether it be just equipment-wise, quality, things we talk about, things we do, promotion. We've actually talked about doing some. I think we're going to do some decals and things like that.
I got some demos were sent to me today. I'll show them to you.
Yep. So. If you guys got anything on there that you would like to see, we're open to it. Which we've taken suggestions before, and I've done them. Nothing weird or something weird. I don't give a shit. Maybe we'll I'll let you know about the
man ring.
That's not a man ring.
You said it.
I almost said it.
Your new man ring.
Right. But I love self-deprecating humor, and I will embarrass myself if it would make somebody laugh.
I'm excited
about
this.
Maybe we could do some shit like that and, and try to embarrass me for likes. Sound like a fucking
desperate
attention whore for that.
I like it.
Jesus. All right. Well, bye, everybody.
Later.
Every weekend. Coming at you.